Is the MCU dying? This is a question many people have asked over the years. A few years ago, Marvel completely dominated entertainment. Every movie felt like massive. But now, in 2026, things feel very different. More fans are divided than ever. Superhero movies are becoming less consistent at the box office, and projects connected to Marvel characters have started struggling badly with audiences. Movies like Madam Web, became internet memes. Kraven the Hunter, the movie too, almost instantly. Other projects underperformed financially or received mixed reactions from fans. And now people everywhere had mixed opinions on these sort of movies. Now, one of Marvel's biggest problems after Endgame was losing the emotional core that carried the Infinity Saga for over 10 years. Characters like Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, and the original Avengers were the heart of the MCU. Fans grew attached to these characters in Pacific over a decade. But after Endgame, Marvel suddenly had to rebuild that emotional connection from scratch. Tony Stark died, Steve Rogers retired, the original Avengers separated. And while newer characters had potential, many fans simply have not connected the same way. Now, whenever Marvel announced Disney Plus, where they'll be doing shows on there, I was excited. But then they started jamming things in, like She-Hulk. People have different opinions. In my opinion, the only good show was Loki. That's my opinion. I think the only good show was Loki. I think it was a great show. It's probably one of the best things that salvaged something out of the MCU for this phase. But there was an issue with the oversaturation of this. They just kept on releasing crap, in my opinion. Now we're going to get back to Madam Web. She was not part of the MCU to say, but audiences saw her as another Marvel movie, because when projects connected to Marvel characters continue getting poor reactions, it affects overall superhero excitement. People online mocked this movie, the dialogue, the editing, the story, and even the trailer itself. The movie quickly became a symbol of superhero fatigue for many audiences. Morbius as well. It showed several mixed reactions, and it also was heavily memed on, from my memory. That damaged audience trust. Marvel also, this is a massive point. Now we're moving on from the whole Disney and all that crap. I think that all was terrible. But now we're moving on to Marvel struggling to establish the main villain in the whole saga, in the whole phase. They tried to establish Kang, and I think they did a great job in Loki of building this guy up. It was never going to be easy to overthrow Thanos in massive villain. Thanos felt simple and emotionally clear. Audience understood his goal immediately. Kang, however, relied heavily on variants. Timelines, multiversal concepts, and complicated lore. For some fans, he never felt fully like a massive emotional threat, the way Thanos did. And now Marvel appears to be shifting. They are shifting towards Doctor Doom. Because Doctor Doom is easier for audiences. Plus, they messed up Kang. They messed it up with Ant-Man. Ant-Man Quantumania was a shambles. They ruined Kang. I don't know what they were thinking behind that. Oh yeah, let's let a ton of ants just take down our main big MCU film, shall we? Also, there's also another issue. It was the multiverse. At first, the multiverse felt exciting. Spider-Man No Way Home worked because it was emotional, nostalgic, and easy to understand. But afterward, for some hardcore fans, that can be exciting. The multiverse and variants. But for casual fans, it started to become confusing, and it lost its touch. That doesn't mean the multiverse is bad or anything, It just means we need a villain who a lot of people can understand and don't need to be in every single thing to understand it, But yeah, guys, hopefully I'll make 2 parts to this, but this is my first part of the Is the MCU dying? Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thank you.